There are actors who chase attention, and then there are actors who command it without ever appearing to try. Sam Elliott belongs firmly in the second category. For more than half a century, he has built a career not on spectacle, but on presence. The steady gaze, the measured delivery, the unmistakable baritone voice, these are not gimmicks. They are the result of discipline, patience, and a deep respect for storytelling. Elliott has never seemed interested in reinvention for the sake of relevance. Instead, he has remained consistent, embodying characters who feel grounded, weathered, and authentic. That consistency did not emerge by accident. It was shaped by the actors he admired, studied, and absorbed over the years. When Sam Elliott speaks about his favorite performers, he does not list the loudest or the most flamboyant. He names men whose work was rooted in control, subtlety, and moral weight. In many ways, the 6 actors he has praised reveal the DNA of his own craft. One of the earliest and most obvious influences is John Wayne. Wayne's cultural impact extends far beyond cinema. For generations, he represented a mythic version of American strength, the stoic cowboy riding into danger without hesitation. But what Elliott seems to respect most is not Wayne's size or fame, but his stillness. Wayne understood the power of physical composure. He didn't clutter scenes with unnecessary motion. He stood his ground, allowed tension to build, and delivered lines with deliberate pacing. That kind of confidence requires restraint. It requires trusting the camera to capture what you're not saying as much as what you are. Elliott's own Western performances echo that philosophy. When he plays a rancher or lawman, he rarely gestures wildly. Instead, he holds space. He lets silence carry weight. Like Wayne, he understands that authority can be conveyed through posture alone. Yet if Wayne embodied external strength, Gary Cooper represented internal resolve. Cooper's characters often faced moral crossroads alone. In High Noon, his performance is almost painfully restrained. Fear flickers across his face, but he never abandons his sense of duty. Elliott has spoken about valuing actors who allow audiences to see vulnerability without losing dignity. Cooper mastered that balance. His courage did not come from invincibility, it came from perseverance. That quiet endurance resonates deeply with Elliott's own screen identity. When Elliott portrays men confronting loss, regret, or responsibility, he does so without melodrama. There is a steadiness that mirrors Cooper's understated intensity. Both actors demonstrate that strength is not about domination, it is about composure under pressure. Another foundational figure in Elliott's admiration is Henry Fonda. Fonda possessed a unique moral clarity that transcended genre. Whether playing a principal juror in 12 Angry Men or navigating Western landscapes, he carried himself with a sense of decency that felt genuine. Elliott has always gravitated toward roles that align with personal integrity, and Fonda's career reflects a similar pattern. What makes Fonda's performances enduring is their humility. He did not overpower scenes. He listened. He reacted. He allowed other characters to exist fully. That kind of generosity in acting requires confidence without ego. Elliott's performances often feel similarly collaborative. He never seems to overshadow his co-stars. Instead, he contributes to an ensemble dynamic, reinforcing the idea that storytelling is a shared endeavor. Moving into later generations, Robert Duvall stands out as a bridge between classic and modern cinema. Duvall's career spans intense dramas, Western epics, and intimate character studies. What Elliott admires most is Duvall's commitment to authenticity. In The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, or Lonesome Dove, Duvall does not perform for applause. He inhabits the psychological space of the character completely. His performances feel lived in rather than rehearsed. Elliott's own approach mirrors that immersion. Whether playing a retired soldier or a grieving patriarch, he commits to the emotional texture of the role rather than its surface traits. Both actors share a preference for nuance over spectacle. Duvall's layered portrayal of Gus McCrae, for instance, blends humor, melancholy, and honor in ways that feel deeply human. Elliott recognizes that kind of complexity as a mark of serious craft. Equally influential is Spencer Tracy, whose philosophy of acting emphasized simplicity. Tracy famously suggested that acting was largely about knowing your lines and not bumping into the furniture, a statement that downplays theatrics in favor of naturalism. Elliott has built a career on that same principle. When he speaks on screen, it rarely feels like a performance. It feels like conversation. Tracy's realism helped define mid-20th century cinema, grounding stories in relatable human behavior. Elliott carries that lineage forward. He trusts subtle expression. He trusts the rhythm of dialogue. He trusts that authenticity will resonate more than exaggeration. Among contemporary actors, Jeff Bridges represents a continuation of those traditions. Bridges has navigated decades of film without losing his core identity. From vulnerable musicians to hardened lawmen, he blends warmth with gravitas. Elliott sees in Bridges a fellow craftsman, someone who values longevity over novelty. Both actors embrace aging as part of their artistic evolution. They allow wrinkles, pauses, and lowered tones to enhance rather than diminish performance. In an industry often obsessed with youth, that willingness to age honestly is itself a statement of integrity. Taken together, these 6 actors reveal a pattern. Sam Elliott admires men who understand restraint. He respects those who allow silence to speak. He values moral weight, humility, and consistency. None of his favorites are known for flamboyant technique or showy transformations. They are known for presence, for grounding stories in truth, for carrying themselves with quiet authority. Elliott's own career stands as a testament to those influences. In films like Tombstone or The Big Lebowski, and even in more contemporary roles that brought him award recognition, he remains steady. He does not chase spectacle. He inhabits character. He does not overwhelm scenes. He anchors them. His voice may be iconic, but it is the discipline behind it that commands respect. When Sam Elliott names his favorite actors, he is not simply paying tribute. He is acknowledging a lineage. From John Wayne's commanding stillness to Gary Cooper's internal courage, from Henry Fonda's decency to Robert Duvall's authenticity, from Spencer Tracy's simplicity to Jeff Bridges' enduring craft, Elliott's influences form a continuum of American screen acting defined by integrity. And perhaps that is why his performances feel timeless. They are built not on fleeting trends, but on foundational principles. They echo the work of men who understood that true power on screen is not about volume or speed. It is about conviction. It is about presence. It is about knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. In the end, Sam Elliott's admiration reveals something profound. Great actors do not demand attention. They earn it quietly. And that's what makes Sam Elliott's choices so fascinating. The actors he admires aren't just legends. They're reminders that true greatness on screen doesn't come from noise, but from presence, from patience, from believing in the story more than the spotlight.